Hello, I'm here to give you a brief introduction on metaphysical poetry. What does the word metaphysics strike to you about? You may guess it is the law of physics from the science subject. Apparently not. The real meaning of physics is the law of nature. Okay, here, so meta means after or beyond, and physics is the science or the law of nature. So, metaphysics is something that is beyond nature or beyond science. Metaphysical poetry began early in the Jacobean age and lasted till the age of Shakespeare. This poetry had some common characteristics. One of the unique characteristics is the usage of conceit, meaning extended metaphor or a complex logic. Conceits are used to compare far-fetched images and yoking it together as one which our common mind cannot imagine it as a possible thing. For example, the chief of metaphysical poets, John Donne, in his poem A Valediction Forbidding Mourning, compares ocean to tears, and tempests to sigh, and human souls to compass. Similarly, the other famous poet, George Herbert, compares a pulley to a human mind and Easter wings to resurrection. These far fetched comparisons are called as metaphysical conceits. Clear? The other characteristics in the metaphysical poetry is the motive of carpe diem. Okay, before I tell you what is carpe diem, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you come to know that the world ends tomorrow? Will you be afraid? Will you be happy? Or curious to know about the afterlife? Such concepts are used in the metaphysical poetry, and it is called as carpe diem. Carpe diem is a Latin term, and the English meaning of carpe diem is to seize the day or capture the moment before you die. Metaphysical poets used this theme at two levels of meaning. The first meaning is the worldly level of meaning, that is, to eat, drink, and be merry as if the world ends tomorrow. And the second meaning is the spiritual one, which is to repent and seek salvation as if the world ends tomorrow. For example, Andrew Marvell, a metaphysical poet, wrote with the worldly level meaning of carpe diem in his poem To His Coy Mistress. The lines, Had we but world enough and time, this coyness, lady, were no crime. And the other poet, Abraham Cowley, wrote his poem To the Virgins to Make Much of Time. In this poem, he tells, Gather ye rosebuds while ye may, old time is still a flying. As you can see, the worldly theme of carpe diem is very much apparent in these poems. The other concept of carpe diem, the spiritual meaning, remember, that is to repent and seek salvation to save your soul before you die. This spiritual meaning of carpe diem were used by poets like John Donne and George Herbert. John Donne, in his holy sonnet, Death Be Not Proud, uses this theme of carpe diem. The lines, Death, be not proud, one short sleep past, we wake eternally, and death shall be no more, death thou shalt die. And Herbert, in his poem Virtue, tells us about the transitory nature of life. The lines, The dew shall weep thy fall tonight, for thou must die, though the world would turn to coal. As you can see, the usage of conceits and the motif of carpe diem were the common characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned a glimpse on metaphysical poetry.